Welcome to Reality Bites, and hello to everyone at the Australian Hairdressing Council. My name's Paula Hibbard and I'm here to have a discussion with you today all about pricing your bridal services. This is always a bit of a hard one for me and has been over the years, but bridal services is something that we're doing more and more of. Whether you're doing them within your salon or whether you're doing them out of your salon, you need to think about how much your costing is on these services. So for me, it's a little bit different because I'm a freelancer, so I don't have the same type of overheads that you have. So when I look at my prices, it's about me looking at the person and what I'm doing. So I set my prices at being bride, bridesmaids, mother of the bride, mother of the groom, flower girls, etc., etc. The other things that I add on to what I do when I do my bridal services are things like travel, extension hire or purchasing of extensions. I also add on an early morning price. I also add on a service where I can actually bring someone with me, because that ends up being a cost for me as well. So also sometimes if I'm doing a destination wedding, there's also incorporated in that price flights or car hire, meals, accommodation, etc., etc. Now for you, when you're looking at it, if you're doing this within the salon, you've got to think, okay, bridal hair takes me about an hour. So what am I charging an hourly here for this client? You've also got to think about the skills that you've attained. You've also got to think about product usage, and you've also got to think that you may have an apprentice assisting you. So you've got to think about the cost of actually having them beside you. I don't believe that any upstyle in the salon should be charged at anything less than $100. So if you're looking at your services, make sure that with your upstyling, whether it be a half up, whether it be a glamour style where you are curling the whole head and then brushing it out, these sort of things take us time in the salon. So we need to think less than $100, it's just not worth our time. The thing that I look at with bridal services as well, or formal services or prom services or debuts or anything, race days, that sort of stuff, when you're looking at these services in the salon, what I see with these are they're not the things that are making you the money, however, they're the things that are seen. So they're the things that are going on girls' Instagrams. They're being floated around through wedding sites. They're actually on the formal time when people are actually like going, oh, you know, like, look at my hair, I look so cute, you know, my makeup's great, my dress is awesome. So this is going all over their Instagram, their Snapchats. This is the time when it has to look amazing, but their color needs to look good. The condition needs to be great. And these things like your color, your condition, your products that you sell to them, these are the things that are going to make you the money. So let's go back to what we're charging. So I look at a bridal service as being something that I need to have that girl come in to see me at least. It used to not matter to me what time they came in, because back in the day, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't Pinterest, there wasn't Facebook. So they weren't leaving me going, oh wow, oh look what she's had done. What they were doing is they'd just go away and go, hey Paula, that's absolutely fantastic, looks great. Now what they're doing is when they leave me, they then go and still are scrolling through pages, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. So what I suggest that when you're going to do a trial for your client, that this actually happens about 6 weeks out from the date, 12 weeks maximum. And I charge exactly the same price for my bridal trial, sorry, got a little bit confused there, my bridal trial as I do for the day, because I generally find that my trial can actually take me longer. And there's a lot more questions to be asked. There's a whole consultation process that needs to happen so that I can nail the perfect hairstyle for her on the day of her wedding. I then, with my bridesmaids, charge exactly the same price for each girl. unless I've got certain situations where, like, you might have a pixie haircut where you know that that's not, but you need to find these things out, and that obviously happens when you're talking to your bride throughout the trial. Mothers of the bride, mothers of the groom, grandmas, all of that sort of thing. Set yourself the price. So my bridesmaid price is $150. So an upstyle for my clients that are coming in, like the mother of the bride and that sort of thing, that sits at between $120 and $150 as well. So you need to think, hey, these people are taking you just as much time, and sometimes they might even take you longer. So for me, it's a time factor, and you have to think about that. Blow dries, think about how long that's also taking you, a short hair blow dry compared to a long hair blow dry. So I have two prices. Now the other one that's a little bit sticky for me is the little flower girl. Now you do get asked in those, oh, you know, she's only 3 or she's only 2. Now her hair, what I want is, you know, I just want some little soft curls. And you think, oh, look, 2 or 3, they've got 6 hairs on their head, that'll be fine. I'll do it complimentary. You get there and guess what? She's got more hair on her head than everybody else in the hotel room. So you have to think about this. Don't just go, yeah, that's complimentary. You can make that choice on the day, but set the foundation of that being, okay, this is actually going to be whatever it may be. For me, it's from about $65. So think about that from the point of view of, if you've got someone that is bringing in their little girl and they're coming into the salon and they're just wanting, you know, something done, get deeper into the questions. Ask them to send you a photo so that you actually know what the child's hair is like, because you can get stuck on that one. Travel within Sydney, because I am in Sydney, and everywhere I travel I get hit with tolls. So for me, it is important that I charge a travel fee, and that travel fee comes from about $60. I always ask for parking to be paid as well, because in those hotels in the city, sometimes that parking can be horrendous, from about $80. So I always say to the bride that that's a cost that she needs to incur, and that is something that I have pre-arranged. So I have parking pre-arranged. There's nothing worse than at 5 a.m. in the morning trying to drive around and trying to find a park. It's just no fun at all. So that's part of also what she has to pay for. What we also look at when we're servicing the client is that we want them to be able to not have to worry about the funds on the day. So make sure that the client knows exactly how much the total is. Because if they're having to fund it on the day, there's nothing worse than saying to someone, you finished it, that bridal rush at the end of the service, it's all crazy, and then you're sort of saying, oh, do you mind if I have my money? No, it's just not profit. So guys, make sure that they've got an invoice, or they've got some form of notification that they need to have for you this amount of money, whether it be in an envelope to give to you on the day, or it's already going into your bank. I have an invoice system where I send out an invoice, and they can even have the ability to pay by credit card, which just makes life so much easier for everybody. So guys, that's just a few little tips. I'm really happy to answer any more that you have. So if you want to hit me up for that, please do. But I hope that just helps you a little bit in your bridal services within the salon, and also if you get to leave the salon and do them for someone on a freelance basis. Lovely to chat with you, and I look forward to our next one. Thanks heaps. Bye for now.